We have some surprising sales results for the quarter two of 2024. We have some Ram heavy duty rumors, what coming up next for that vehicle. And we have Jeep Gladiator changes. Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. We're doing a Friday news recap. I've been doing these for a while. That's where I recap a bunch of news stories, put them into one easy to digest video for you guys and not go on like 20 minutes on one bizarre topic. Yeah, let's get to this news. And this is the 4th of July week, which, by the way, I haven't ran a whole lot of videos this week. I've been on the website this week. Been kind of a low-key holiday week, so that's what's going on behind the scenes, if you're paying that close of attention, which some of you guys, I can tell by the comments, are. On the pickuptrucktalk.com website, we have a couple things going on. I want to get to the quarter two sales results. We'll start with that, and then we'll get to what's going on with Ram and Jeep. So every quarter, I collect the sales results. A lot of outlets do this. I find it really interesting. I think it works well for consumers as well. If you're shopping for a new vehicle, you can see which brands aren't doing as hot, and you may find some good bargains on the dealership lots. So kind of going down the search results, we have the Ford F-Series leads the way. F-Series includes F-150, 250, 350, and 450. They're down about 8% year-to-date, down 6.1% quarterly change. There's really nothing to these numbers. When you have this much volume, it's easy to have small, big changes, I should say, in the quarterly change, 6%. There's a new 2024 Ford F-50. I have one in the driveway that's making its way out. So you've probably some changes there. People are waiting for 2024 model, not buying what's on dealer lots. Chevy Silverado comes in second. This is the way GM does their numbers. Chevy and GMC are separate companies. We have up about 4%, up 3% year to date. What I find surprising is light duty was up 7%. So that's quite a big number for not a lot of changes for the light duty. And so looking at heavy duties, about 13%. Ram trucks, they're down about 23%. That's kind of surprising and not surprising. Ram has been going down the last couple of years. That's why they've third CEO in 3 years. And the new 2025 Ram 1500s are just now coming out, but they're not on dealership lots completely. The RHO model, which when I have an order on, won't be out until October, November. So they have some transition period, which that's usually means sales are going to be down for a little bit, but also I don't think there's a lot of excitement going on with Ram truck at the moment. Seems like there's a lot of changes happening. GMC Sierra was up about 18% light duty, so another good light duty number for them. Down 14% for heavy duties, which is a little bit tough for GM because most people who buy a GMC Sierra heavy duty buy a Denali, and so there's a lot of profit there. So it took a little hit there. Interesting enough, if you combine the GMC Sierra and Chevy Silverado numbers, yeah, at best Ford F-Series. Toyota Tundra was up 21 or 24.1%. Okay, that is interesting with all the news coming out this last month about recalls and issues with people trading it in, and now the people that are getting trade-ins are getting lowballed with numbers. There's a lot of concern over in Toyota land, and so it's interesting to see the numbers are up. Now that's getting production better online in San Antonio. That plant transition used to be Tacoma and Tundra, now it's Tundra and Sequoia. They're always playing around with the production mix between the Tundra and Sequoia. And so they're up. The 2024 model is not under recall. And so that could be part of the thing. People are trading in the 22s for 24s. Who knows what's going on with that? But that number was a solid 24% increase. Nissan Titan was down 37%. This is the last year for Nissan Titan. So they're just kind of blowing out the existing inventory and dealership lots. We should probably see that number go for another year or two as they blow out the very, very last remaining models. On top of the midsize truck is the Toyota Tacoma, as usual. Now, that was down about 31%, and you have some people that they'll misread this number and say, oh, my God, the Tacoma is down 67% year to date. Well, here's the deal, guys. They're just now getting on dealership lots. They're just the 2024 model is finally getting out. They had a lull there, but they didn't have an inventory. So I think a good year for Tacoma, personally, is the third quarter. I think we'll see the sales will match quarter two or be better, and then by year end, will be down overall. I think Tacoma will be down overall year to date, but that's really just more about new vehicle rollout, and then the year after that, the 2025 year, I think we'll see sales will beat monthly as they should because you have smaller numbers. It's the way accounting works. Chevrolet Colorado. I don't know why I say Chevrolet, but I say Chevy Silverado. I don't know. It was up 35%. A really good, solid increase. Up 26% year over date. That could be selling some Tacoma sales. I've talked many times about this. How Tacoma's, to me, a little bit overpriced for what it is, and the Colorado is a pretty good package for what they have for the vehicle. That could be another reason why Tacoma sales are down a little bit. But again, I see Tacoma rebounding. Nissan Frontier was up 17.5%. That little truck just keeps going and going. It's been a solid seller for Nissan for years. Ford Ranger was up 5.1%, and it's a massive rebound. Last quarter, they sold under 2,000 units. So a big rebound, and it really comes down to UAW strike is over. They're getting production back online, and I hit dealership lots. You hear me say this a lot. Dealership lots are finally getting inventory, and people are making a big deal about this on YouTube about how this inventory and trucks aren't selling. No, we're finally getting back to pre-COVID levels. We used to go to dealership lots and see a variety of trucks for sale, and that's where we're getting back to. Jeep Gladiator, which we'll talk more about in this video, Gladiator, gosh, I can't do 3-syllable words, was down 24%. There's some massive changes coming to that vehicle, some big news, and we'll get to those details. Honda Ridgeline was down 18%, and I really can't justify why that is. I've racked my brain on that one. No idea why that's down. It's just down, which is kind of crazy. GM's Canyon was up 9.3%, just kind of a solid 5,500 units, just doing the thing. Ford Maverick continues to boom, up 81%. They literally cannot build enough of those trucks. They really can't. Hyundai Santa Cruz, the more expensive version of the compact truck, was down 11%. So Ford Maverick continues to win, and we're hearing brands like Toyota say, nope, we're not doing a Stout. Sorry. Like, nobody wants to get involved in this compact pickup sales, and the numbers are astonishing, and I'm surprised. EV truck sales, electric vehicle truck sales, are basically a guessing game. Not every brand puts information out, and it's just a guess. So at this point, I have Rivian that has R1T, RS, R1S, and the van. Eventually, it'll be an R2 and R things like that. I have an 8.4% increase. Tesla Cybertruck, big asterisk mark. Tesla doesn't declare sales by unit. So the best guess I found online was 9,000. The recall was even more than that, so it was 11,000. So it's kind of our best guess. Ford Lightning, we actually get numbers from, was up 76%, just shy of 8,000 units, which again is getting clobbered by even the Ford Ranger, outsold that 2-1. GMC Hover was 2,900 units, and Chevy Silverado EV was 2,169 units. So I know you guys are like me. You're hearing a lot of news about electric trucks, but the sales results just are showing that either still ramping up production or something's going on, but things aren't moving as fast as I think people thought it was going to move. Let's talk about the Ram heavy-duty some changes. They're going to drop the standard output diesel and go for one diesel option. That's basically what's going to happen with this. So what we're talking about here is there's going to be a tech overload. There'll be a bigger screen, changes the cabin. I don't think the cabin size is going to change very much. The bed length won't change very much. I mean, those things, they're not making many changes like they used to. With wind tunnel research and the way they've gotten to this point where it just seems like the cabin size works for a lot of customers. And so the changes to the grill, the headlights, we'll see some taillight changes, we'll see some interior changes big time. And then underneath the hood, we're going to see a pretty good change as well. Oh, and there'll probably be a tungsten heavy-duty version. That makes some sense. The powertrain. So the current generation has two diesel engines with the Cummins. They have a standard output and they have a high output. What we're hearing is they'll still offer a 6.4-liter Hemi V8, but they'll also offer just one version of Cummins diesel, according to Mopar Insiders. Who those guys are really up on things, by the way. If you're a big Ram fan, they know their stuff. I know the guys over there. And so they're also going to ditch the current 68 RFE transmission, which has just been kind of a junk transmission, and the ACE and 6-speed automatic transmission in favor for a new ZF Powerline 8-speed transmission. That's an automatic transmission. We don't do manual transmissions heavy-duty trucks anymore. And the ZF is what they're using in the Ram 1500s, and those trucks are getting better reliability rankings because one of the Achilles heel of Ram trucks in previous years was the transmissions. So you're going to have better acceleration throughout the engine lineup with the Cummins single high output engine. You'll have a transmission that can handle that load, and you have less variety, which should make for better reliability. That's what it really comes down to. That's kind of Toyota's MO. Less options, better reliability. In the Jeep production cuts moves, Jeep and Stellantis, they're going through a whole phase right now. Remember we talked last week before, the CEO said, clean up this mess, and he's going to go in and tell plants to clean up their stuff. We're going to bring in European managers to teach them how to build trucks. There's a lot going on over there. So they're talking about some plant stoppages, one Toledo and one in Warren, Michigan, that the Jeep Gladiator, Wagoneer, and Grand Wagoneer will each take like a week off. The Toledo plant is closed to retool. They're potentially prepping for the anticipated Gladiator 4xe. That's a plug-in hybrid powertrain. The Warren plant is down to a single shift due to vehicle demand. The Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer, the Wagoneer is selling better than selling all right. The Grand Wagoneer just isn't selling. It is an expensive vehicle. By all accounts, the Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer have had 100% and 24% year-over-year sales increases, respectively. So Gladiator sales are trickling down. Wagoneer is still selling pretty strong. Grand Wagoneer not selling nearly as strong. You're going to take Warren down to one shift, And then the Gladiator is probably going to become a 4xe version for those markets that have adopted the Air Resource Board. Remember a while ago on this channel, I talked about how the Jeep Wagoneer Wrangler, the Jeep Wrangler, they have too many W's. The Jeep Wrangler cannot be sold as a gasoline-only engine on dealership lots in many states. You have to especially order the gasoline version. Only thing dealers have on lots are a 4xe plug-in hybrid version to meet those California Air Resource Board requirements for emissions that many states have adopted. I think I just heard the news that, was it Maryland or West Virginia, one of the two, has stopped doing that now because it's causing some concerns and some problems with the consumers in those states. And so for Jeep, they can only sell the 4xe in those states unless you special order a gas engine. And we've seen Jeep sales go down. The plug-in hybrid is not a bad option. It really is a good little vehicle, a good little powertrain, I should say. You get mild electric, you can plug it in, get more electric range, and then you can plug it in, you can fill up with gas. So you get best of both worlds. But it seems like consumers so far are pushing back on that. And we're seeing that in the sales results and also some changes happening. So I'll be curious to see what happens with Jeep Gladiator 4xe and what goes on there as far as, will people buy it? Jeep Gladiator came out. We all kind of thought it was a one-trick pony, maybe one production run. It's lasted longer than I anticipated, and people love it. But do they love it with the plug-in hybrid version? Interesting stuff. There's more stuff going on. I did a short this week on thinking about what happened on YouTube. I did a video on Subaru Forester, that live. I did a YouTube short on the tailgate for the Ford F-50, which is causing a lot of people to freak out. Somebody said that there's such a dumb idea by Ford to do that little trick tailgate that they should go to business. Settle down, guys. it's kind of interesting reading those comments, but not like I said, not a lot going on. There's lots of stuff going on this weekend. I have a GMC Canyon video going live. I have a Ford Ranger Raptor video going live if I can get to it. Knock on wood. I have the comparison, both of them, Ford and 50. I have a Ram Rebel videos. I got a whole slew of videos. Look over my shoulder here, my to-do list. GX 550. So lots of stuff coming down the line. Again, just kind of taking a slow week, and hope you guys had a good 4th of July. It's July 5th, which means we all should do the finger check. Do you have 10 left, or did you lose one? Tell the truth. All right, for more trick videos up over here, website down below as well, pickuptrucktalk.com. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.